Hi, and on behalf of Panattoni and Adroit Real Estate Advisors, welcome to the guided virtual tour of Panattoni Park Luton 346. Obviously, we prefer you to visit the building, but in these times of lockdown, clearly that's not possible. So you are able to inspect the building via this method from the comfort of your own desk. My colleague Lloyd Spencer and I will be talking you through the building. Most of the virtual tour, well, in fact, all of the virtual tour and all the information I show you is available on the website ppluton.com. So if you miss anything or we don't cover anything in any detail that you'd like to look at in more detail, please do log on to ppluton.com. The tour should last about 15 minutes. If you've got any questions after that, then please feel free to contact myself or Lloyd or any of the joint agents that I show you a bit later on. So without any further ado, let's have a look at the surrounding area and the building. First of all, you get a flavour of where the building sits in relation to the new junction, junction 11A of the M1. Important at this point in time, so this is May 2020, we're recording this. This is the biggest building available in the southeast. Other buildings have gone under offer, so this makes it currently the biggest building available in the southeast and the biggest building available to service the London conurbation. In terms of its positioning, you can see at 11A, to the south there we have about 15 minutes drive to junction 21 of the M25, and it's about 40 minutes into central London itself, but of course you can service the whole of the southeast from this location. In terms of labour, you can see Luton there in the background, and if I slowly scroll around, you will also be able to see Dunstable there. You see the new houses going up here, the new A5 Dunstable bypass. And then if we carry on going round, you'll be able to see that Milton Keynes is about 18 miles to the north via the M1 motorway. So we believe there is currently about 1.7 million people within a 45-minute drive, so we have an abundance of staff for this location. Also worth pointing out at this point is the plot opposite. This is the plot that's sold to Lidl, and we expect Lidl to develop 1.2 million square feet in the next, in 2021. Now I'm just going to hand over to my colleague Lloyd Spencer, who's going to have a talk about the new A6 link. Lloyd.
Yeah, thank you, Steve. Importantly, there are some more infrastructure projects imminent for Luton and Dunstable, and one of those of relevance to this building is the new M1 A6 link, which will link, as it suggests, the A6, which runs north out of Luton up to Bedford. We'll link the A6 across to this junction to the Dumbbell roundabout that Steve's highlighting just there. This road has planning approval and is due to start in 2021. It'll take approximately 2 years to build. And then what will come with that is approximately 4,000 new homes that will be developed on the land south of the new link road. So there will be 4,000 new homes there, together with the 8,500 homes that will come south of the A5 link road, which, as Steve has showed you previously. So lots of availability for labour on your doorstep now, and more labour coming in the future.
Okay, thanks Lloyd. We'll just take another look at a different angle from the aerial. It's important, I think, at this point to explain the junction. It is a little complicated, so worth talking you through the access point, just to avoid you doing what I did first of all, which is go the wrong way around the roundabout. So if you're coming from the south and you're getting off at this junction here, junction 11A, as we explained, to this dumbbell, obviously you're sort of intuitively you would turn right to try and get to the building, but actually that's incorrect. If you turn right, you just end up going back down the motorway. So actually you have to turn left to this point and then join around on this location to this roundabout, and then come round and join our dedicated roundabout at this point here. Similarly, if you're coming from the north, you come off the junction here, and then you do get directly onto the Dumbbell roundabout, but you have to go the other way So effectively right in this case, but then go out and then follow the same route. Important to check that out, because if you do get to the junction, sometimes it can be a bit confusing. Also worth pointing out here with the arrow is the Midland Main Line. That will take you to King's Cross in about 35 or 40 minutes. It'll also take you to locally, Leagrave, and also to Luton. So that's your services to the south. To the north, the links will take you to Derby, Sheffield, Manchester, amongst other locations. So a good connection regionally, locally, and nationally. Just other points worth picking out at this stage of the game. We've got the Vauxhall spare parts warehouse here. That's about 1 million square feet. In fact, the whole site used to be owned by Vauxhall. It was bought off them and then redeveloped for this purpose. So you can see here also the dedicated roundabout, and importantly, the dedicated bus stop. So this bus stop will link back to Leagrave and Luton Town Centre, so plenty of ability for your staff to get there by public transport. This unit is the other unit on the development. This unit was pre-let to D2 Electrical back in 2019 and comprises about 69,000 square feet. It's worth zooming in a little bit here to show you the access points. So the gatehouse here is dedicated truck access into the yard area. We'll come to that in more detail in due course. Also here, the dedicated car access points. Okay, let's now just drop down to ground level. So we've just landed in the car park. As you can see here, this is the road that gives you the dedicated access that I've just pointed out. In the car park, there's 319 car parking spaces. That gives you a ratio of about 1 per 1,100 square feet. So a pretty good ratio for this type of building. As you see there, we've got 12,739 square feet on 2 floors. There is actually a greater amount of square footage. There's 13,766 square feet in total, as this size doesn't include the reception, which I'm just going to show you. And it also excludes the hub offices, which again we'll come on to in a minute. So let's have a quick go into the building itself, into the reception. As you see, there's about 1,000 square feet, this reception area, and as you would expect, usually for this type of building, space for the reception desk and clearly your logo, etc. Straight through these doors is the warehouse, but first of all, I'm going to show you the offices. So let's just go upstairs and have a quick look at the office. As you would expect, there's a high level of finish to these offices, typical for a building of this type. There are 2 floors, as you would have noticed, 6,370 per floor. Air-conditioned raised floors, PIR LED lighting, kitchenette, WCs each floor, and again, as you would expect for this sort of thing. Also rainwater harvesting for the grey water, recycled roof tiles and carbon neutral carpet tiles, amongst other green features within the building. Now we have actually got a layout which I can show you. So this is a suggested layout for the offices that we have. Clearly there are many different layouts you could put together, but this suggests that there's about 115 locations for staff. We've included meeting rooms, etc., but clearly there are potentially more layouts that you could accommodate. This gives you a flavour of the sort of amount of people we think you could house in the area. If I go back into the offices, let's go back into reception now, and I'll show you the warehouse. Okay, so we've just come into the Undercroft area. The Undercroft area is about 6 or 7 metres to this point, to height here in this point. Clearly, there's lots of different things we could do with the undercroft. There's amenity layout, amenity area, rework area, or in fact, you could have new offices. We can obviously discuss whatever you require as part of any transaction. Also worth picking up at this point, we've got 15% roof lights, quite important for lots of natural light within the building with wellness, etc. these days. Also importantly, the structure can accommodate full PV complement across the whole roof if you require. Now, if we step into the warehouse, we can look at that in more detail. The warehouse itself is about 327,503 square feet. We've got a 15-metre clear internal height, FM2 floor, but also importantly to point out at this point, we've got 2.5 megawatts of power provided to the building. So we have an abundance of power, we have an abundance of labour on it. Interestingly, we could also get a significantly greater supply of power, somewhere between 60 and 100 megawatts if required. So if you are a data centre operator, or you've just got a higher than usual requirement for power, we can easily cope with that requirement in this building. For more usual uses for this building, we have provided a racking layout. This is a very narrow aisle racking layout using standard 1.8 metre pallet heights, so ground and 7 up to the 15 metres. And there's, you might be able to see it's 65,376 pallet positions shown in this building. Clearly, there are lots of other layouts that you could have, mezzanines, etc. But this just does give you an idea of the sort of quantity of pallets that you could accommodate within the building. This racking layout and the office layout are available on the website ppluton.com if you want to download them. If I just go back into the warehouse now. Let's now pick up on the loading provision for the building. There are a total of 38 dock doors, as you see written there. These 2 doors and these 2 doors are ready, Euro truck prepared. So those 4 are Euro truck prepared out of the total of 38, but we could prepare all of them for Euro trucks should you require. And then to the northern elevation of the building, and we'll see this better when we look outside, with 8 level access doors there as well. So you've got a total of 46 doors in total. This is the hub offices that I mentioned earlier. There's about 4,000 square feet there. You'll see it better when we go outside. If you want to have a look in more, we're not going to look in detail there, but if you want to look in more detail at the hub offices, then please do go to the website ppluton.com and you can have a look at them at your leisure. So we step out into the yard area. The total site area for this building and the detail is about 21 acres, and that enables us to provide a significant amount of yard area. This element of the yard is 90 metres and provides about 43 HGV parking spaces all the way down, as you see. There you can see the hub offices are 4,000 square feet, and also you see the Euro spec doors that I mentioned earlier. So there's 19 on this elevation, and there's 19 to this elevation. The yard narrows slightly. I say narrows, it narrows to 50 metres, so that's the normal width you get on the standard building. So if I just turn it around, I'll give you a flavour of the scale of the yard. So 50 metres to this area where I'm showing you, and then we just come from up here, so that's the 90 metre area. So loads of space for truck movement and truck parking. If I move down a bit further towards the gatehouse, I can show you 2 things. First of all, this is the extra yard that the building provides. So this is the northern elevation that I showed you from inside with the 8 level access doors. And this yard is actually 42 metres. So if you want to use all the doors, clearly there's other HGV parking available on that location. Gatehouse, which we've already seen from the aerial, showing you the dedicated truck access and also the car access here. So that's what we currently have. If I just share with you the other bits and pieces. This was a layout plan, which again is available on the website. It just gives you more of a flavour of how the building sits, gives you the dimensions of the building, and allows you just to look at the detail of the access points, the gatehouse, and so on. But it also allows you, me to just remind you of the building's salient details: 15 metres clear height, 2.5 megawatts, 43 HGVs by car parking spaces, please. All of those particular details are available for you to have a look at there. I won't repeat them again. In terms of quoting price, our rental quote is currently £9.75 per square foot. We will consider all length of leases and take them on their own merit. So depending on what you want, please do contact the agents and ask. If you want to, if there is a short-term need that you have, we will consider it. Can't promise we'll do it, but we will consider it. But interesting, the building is also available on a freehold basis. We won't quote you a number on this webinar, but if you wish to get a freehold price, then please do contact any one of the agents shown down. Obviously, myself and Lloyd are Adroit, so feel free to call us. Alternatively, you can call M1 Agency or Savills, or if you wish to talk direct to the client, then feel free to call James Watson, the Development Director at Panattoni. I hope you found that tour informative. Again, as I said to you, all the information is available on the website, ppluton.com. That's all the data. You can download a brochure, you can download the racking layout, the office layouts. But if you want to talk in more detail, then please do contact either Lloyd or myself. For the time being, thanks very much for watching and stay safe.